Up next, the men's Invitational 5,000 meters. Wearing hip one, he'll end up doing some pace setting for this group. He's running a 13:43 5,000. We saw him earlier in the 1,500. Nick Russell. Hip two, junior from Portland. He's run 13:45.57 in 2023. Fourth the MPSF 5K in this recent indoor season. He's running 14:24.83 this season indoors. Bradley Peliquin. Yep, three from Portland. The juniors run 13:52.94. Jonathan Carmen. Hip four, one of the top freshmen in male distance runners in the country. He had a breakout season last year when he finished third indoors. Third in the Nike Cross Nationals in cross country after winning Montana State title, and then goes outdoors and wins 800 and 1600, actually 1600 and 3200 meter titles. Won the STCU mile and 3K also earlier in that indoor season. First, the Nike Indoor Nationals 2 mile. Third, the Brooks PR 2 mile outdoors. And second, Arcadia 3200. It's already around 14th, the Husky Classic, where he ran a PR. Of 7:49.45 for 3,000. He also ran a 3:57.12 mile. Nathan Neal from Bozeman, Montana. Hip five from Portland, Trey Gannon. Transfer from Pittsburgh, he's run 14:03.41. Seventh, Brian Clay, where he ran that. Hip six, Anthony Geisch from Newburgh. He's run 14:18.24. Hip seven, Nate Lance from Portland. Hip eight, Chris Anderson from Portland. Hip nine, Parker Mong unattached. Hip 10, Cameron Stein, Portland. Hip 11, Aaron Rovnick of Portland. Hip 12, Nick Moore from Portland State. Hip 13, Abdi Ibrahim. Hip 14, Daniel Rackley. Hip 15, Noah Hasselblad. Hip 16, comedian attached, former runner-up in the 800 and mile, Clayton Van Dyke. Hip 17, from Eastern Oregon, Justin Ash. Hip 18, from Southern Oregon, Frankie Maciel. Hip 19 from Eastern Washington, Evan Peters. Hip 20 from Eastern Washington, Marcus Levin. Hip 21 from Portland, Pedro Vazquez. Get our first lap split, 107.1. Hip 22 from Southern Oregon, Mason Weisberger. Hip 23 from Washington, Will Schneider, sophomore. Hip 24 from Idaho, Zach Knapp. Chris Anderson's also run a 14:09.74, the senior from Portland. Mason Weisberger of Southern Oregon ran at Wilsonville. He's run 14:28.28. Ranking 8th in NAIA. Rick Maciel is ranked 7th in NAIA with a 14:27.93 PR. Nick Russell doing the peace-sitting duties, helping these athletes out after running the 1,500. $802.19.9. $14.35 pace. Ibrahim, Parker Mong, Bradley Peliquin. actually 14:15 pace.
So they had 9 seconds in the bank under.
Good starter pace for Neil, but Neil we expect to see in the high 13s, even in a first race. Coming up on 1,200 meters. 3:26. So running around 14:15 pace. It's Russell. Neil right behind him. Watch him sweep STCU last year. Well, still from Bozeman. 3:58.18 after a 1:06.90. Realizing he had to pick up the pace. Did a very good job. Now seeing some serious separation with the rest. Now a group of Russell. Here's the pace setter. Neil, Peliquin, Vlett, Guiche, Rackley, Moore. This is the 4 in front. Russell, Neil, Peliquin, and Guiche. .433 at 1,600 meters. .106.72 on that lap. 5:05.90 for Russell, leading Neil, Peliquin, and Guiche. Go back to Maciel at 5:10.53. Mong 5:10.56. Maciel looking for time that will get him guaranteed spot in the NAIA meet. Unfortunately, he's already lost Weisberger. Hopefully he can recover. Weisberger is almost a second back, his teammate. .539 at 2,000 meters. 2:48 on that kilometer. Much closer to what they want to run.
After 2 kilometers.
.248 for every kilometer would be 14 minutes flat. So they definitely could get 14 minutes flat. Make up for that slow first kilometer. 106.61 on that lap. 6:12.75 at 2,200.
There's 6 laps in 6:45, another 66.7.
Russell, Neil.
Here's halfway.
See how Neil just floats. Let's see that definitely in the STCU beat last year when he was a senior in high school. Bigger, stronger legs than the other 2 collegians behind him. 106.72 on that lap. We're at 2,600 meters. 7:19.28. It's Russell, Neil, Guiche, and Peliquin. Go back to Hasselblad at 7:28.28. He moved up from 7th to 5th. He's followed by now Maciel, as Hasselblad's taking some of the pace-setting duties. Also with him, Peters, Mong. Weisberger was able to bring himself up and join the group again. Rovnik, Lance.
That's 7 laps. That was a 67.2. Now we'll see what happens without Nick Russell.
Down to Neal and Geisch.
That last lap was a 67.2.
Coming up on 3,000 meters completed for Neal and Geisch.
Here's Neal and Geisch.
8:26. After 2:47 kilometer.
7-0. Chase group.
Neal just banging away the laps. He did this. Got a very good look at him when he was with the great close cameras on that fantastic Spokane indoor track. Just powers away those laps. 8:59. At 3,200 meters. And there he goes. Neal's pulling away from Geisch now. It's Neal, Geisch, and Peliquin.
3,000 meters.
$3,400 completed. 8.5 laps for Nathan Neal. 105.54 on that lap. He's picking up the pace, trying to separate himself.
And the chase group. 1, 2, 3.
Neal ran it NCAA cross country last year, West Region, and Big Ten, all for the Huskies. Number 6 runner.
So we got a mile to go. Chase group goes. He's our leader. Neal.
Actually, number 7 runner for them. Number 6 at Big Ten. He's the 4th fastest Frosh among Big Ten runners. Incredible part was running a 7:49.45 in the 3,000 indoors. 9.5 laps completed. 10:39.09, 66.93 on that lap for Neal. Geisch still running hard at 68.69, 10:42.98. PR coming in for him at 14:18.24 for the sophomore from Portland. Neal can get and break 14 minutes. 11:12 at 4,000 meters. 2:46 on that kilometer. He's one of the top distance runners in the country last year. And next year, they're getting what's considered the top athlete in the country, Andy and Marisa Powell's son, Owen Powell, who crushed the mile record. There's Chris Kwiatkowski, who's been with Andy Powell for years, since they went to Washington. Ran for Oregon. Really improved when he started training with Matthew Centrowitz. Changed his mindset, and then payoff was once he graduated from Oregon, Andy Powell brought him in as a volunteer assistant. Now he's his distance assistant at UW. He's done a fantastic job, as UW's had loaded miles, 5Ks. 12:19, 66.6 on that lap for Nathan Neal. Just a lap and a half to go. Less than a lap and a half. It's going to be close where they can break 14. Kwiatkowski's probably telling him right there, let's do it. You can break 14. You got to really go for it. Not too much to ask for. 12:51.44. has he been cranking down the laps. The last 4 have been all under 107. 12:51.44. He just has to run a 68.55 to break 14 minutes. And there he goes. Less than 100 meters to go for Nathan Neal, the unattached freshman for University of Washington, saving up eligibility for next year. Ran cross country for the team and redshirted indoors and now out. 13. We get official time here shortly. He had plenty left. Looks like around 13:50, run around a 60-second flat. Last 400. 13:50.78, a 59.34 final lap. Would have been nice to have seen him get some competition. Let's see what he would have run. Gosh, new PR, 14:12.30. Because he gets to redshirt this year. That would be if he'd run in the colors for Washington. It would have been the 5th fastest time ever for a Husky freshman. Lance 14:13.63, a PR for Portland. Maciel improved his time. Nice new PR of 14:14.98. Moves him to 4th in the NAIA list. Mason Weisberger with a PR 14:15.92 in 5th. Moves him to 5th in the NAIA list. They're both automatic qualifiers now for the NAIA championship meet. They still have the Cascade Conference meet to go. Bradley Peliquin, 6th, 14:16.37. He stayed with the leaders as long as he could. 7th, Parker Mong, 14:21.41. 8th, Evan Peters of Washington, Eastern Washington, 14:25.50. 9th, Hoda Hasselblad, 14:27.24. 10th, Aaron Rovnick, 14:31.16. 11th, Clayton Van Dyke, 14:45.65. So Neal showed some of that talent that I was mentioning. He was part of the NCAA cross-country team for Washington. They're number 6 runner at the Big Ten meet, number 4 freshman among Big Ten runners. Already run some spectacular times. He would be number 5 all time for the Huskies as a freshman, and he wasn't even challenged on that race.